Hello, naked truthers. Welcome back. I've been missing for quite some time, so how the hell are y'all? I hope this 2025 has been treating you lovely. I hope you've been treating yourself lovely as well. So, this message is inspired by my beautiful baby girl. As I watch and observe her enjoying life, it just reminds me to celebrate, right? To just be happy because that is a choice. She's at a stage now where she literally claps for herself for every little thing she does, right? No matter what it is. She could pick a toy off the floor and she claps, right? If I say, Nailani, clean up your toys, and she pick up one toy, she's clapping, okay? And I mean this big clap, too. If I tell her to flush her potty, because she has this potty that has this button on it, and it'll make a sound like it's flushing. She flushes her potty, but not only does she flush her potty, she claps because she flushed her potty, right? And then she turns while she's pressing the button to look at me to see if I'm celebrating too. She has this big old wide smile, and she turns around and she looks at me with her big eyes, and yes, baby, mommy's clapping. Mommy's celebrating you too. Good job, baby. You did that. Even if she doesn't use the potties, we still celebrate, right? And it's just the small things, or what I consider small, because to her they're big things, right? And it's just a perspective shift, right? And it just made me realize what we consider to not hold any weight, or what we as adults consider to be small, those are the big things, the things we may not necessarily celebrate or congratulate ourselves for, or, big ourselves up, or whatever the case may be, right? Just love on ourselves. Like, you did that shit, right? No matter how small it may seem, it matters, because every step matters in this journey of life. Every moment matters. And I feel like, we place value in what we consider the big things or the big accomplishments, right? You don't have to wait till you get to the final destination or the end goal or the finish line to celebrate yourself. You can celebrate yourself on the way there. Every step, every little goal you check off to get to the bigger goal, you can celebrate, you can enjoy, and, just love on yourself for reaching that milestone, because without the milestones, you wouldn't have the end result, right? And so it's been beautiful to just watch and observe her and just see how she sees the world through her eyes. We were at the park the other day and she saw a squirrel. And oh my God, it was like the most exciting thing for her. She was running around after the squirrel. Right? And she was just chasing it, talking about squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. That was her first time, I believe, seeing a squirrel like that close up in person with her. And man, she was loving every minute of it. And it was just beautiful to watch. I love watching her out in nature because she's a true nature baby. I remember like a few years before I got pregnant with her, I used to always write on Facebook how my babies would be nature lovers, right? And it's hilarious because I feel like I actually manifested that in her. She loves being outside. Like, she has so much joy just from being outside. And she don't really have to be doing anything, right? She could just be out there. And she'll go and she'll touch a tree, or she'll run around, and she could be in the open field and just be happy that she's outside. And I love that for her. I really do. Children, they're just happy. They show you how happiness can be obtained from something so small. You can give, and I keep saying that word small, like I keep minimizing it, right? And it's not on purpose. Like, it's just a habit at my big adult age, right? But you can give a child a banana and they're just the most excited, it's like, oh my God, you gave me a banana. This is, to them, it's like $1 million, right? I can give my child a book and she's grateful for it. You know, she reads, she loves to read, right? So it's just like the things that we wouldn't consider big hold so much weight and value to children. And then they put their little spin on it or their imagination and make it even bigger. But I just wanted to set a gentle reminder to shift the way that you see things, you know, especially if it's something that you're trying to accomplish, that you're putting work into, and it's kind of like, damn, you know, I'm not seeing the results that I want to see. Or maybe you feel like it's not moving fast enough. Or maybe, you know, you feel like you want that instant gratification. Just celebrate where you are now. Look how far you've come. And even in looking how far you've come, right? Don't be so judgmental on that either. Because you can look back and be like, man, I haven't came that far. Yes, you did. Some people don't ever start. Some people don't ever do. Some people don't ever take that first step. Some people don't ever move forward or, you know, set out to accomplish what it is that they desire. Some people are stuck in fear. Some people lack motivation. You know, some people just don't do it. But the fact that you did, that's everything. You could just celebrate that, right? And it's interesting because you'll have people that'll be like, oh, what are you celebrating it for? Or, you know, why are you bragging or stuff like that? And it's like, what do you mean? Why am I celebrating for? Or they'll say, why are you celebrating? Or why are you happy over something that you're supposed to do anyway, right? And it's like, wow, so we're just dismissing the dopeness because it's a quote unquote supposed to be done, right? And most of the times you'll see that when it comes to parenting as well, right? A mom could be celebrating something she did or accomplished with her child, and they're like, oh, you want a cookie? That's what you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, damn, let her celebrate. Or even the father, like, let him celebrate. You know, he feel good or she feel good about what she did. Let them celebrate. Why you gotta go try to bust a bubble or rain on a parade or be negative Nancy out of here? Like, the fuck out of here. Bitter Betty. But that ass though, like, I just be observing, especially on the social media. It's like, it's ridiculous. I be observing, I'm just like, wow. But you can tell who's miserable in life by simply just sitting back and watching, right? So, tap in with your imagination. See the world as, I was going to say, as we did when we were a child. If it's easy for you to tap back into that. I know as we grow and we get older, things begin to shift and we kind of get into this rut of only seeing it through the eyes of an adult, right? And it all becomes a chore, all seems to become a burden, all seems to become so heavy, and all the responsibilities and all the bills, and it's like, where's the fun? Where's the play? That seems to be missing from our everyday lives. And that's one thing that I've been realizing with this past year or so of motherhood and through the pregnancy and just through all the shit that I've experienced the past 2 years with everything. Like, the biggest thing that's missing and still missing to this day that I'm working on incorporating more of is play, having fun, laughter, just simply enjoying, choosing to be in a place of joy and excitement and happiness, right? Not just being in the zombie mode or just, you know, doing the regular schmegular things just out of habit, right? What I'm used to doing. And it just becomes so routine and just, there's like no joy to it, right? So, you know, find the joy, activate the joy, choose the joy, be the joy, walk in the essence of joy, walk in the essence of love, walk in the essence of love for life. And it's not that you need anything to be happy or you need anything to be joyful. You're choosing to be in that vibration. And it's like when you choose to be in that vibration, you'll find that everything comes to you. Those reasons for you to be joyful, those reasons for you to be loving, those reasons for you to be happy, like all of that begins to come to you because you're already vibrating in that energy, and it's going to attract all that stuff to you. And you're going to see more and more reasons, more and more examples or experiences of happiness, right? The universe is going to serve you a big ass dish of happiness, a big ass bowl of joy, right? And it's going to be overflowing. Like, here's your cup, and it's overflowing joy, it's overflowing love, it's overflowing miracles and abundance and prosperity and great health, right? All of that peace, harmony, whatever it is that you desire. But it's like if we're walking around with this black cloud or these shackles on our feet or these, labels and price tags hanging from us that's weighing us down. There's no lightness, right? And it's like, man, we could do better than that. So tap in with your inner child today. What do they need? What do you need? What have you been neglecting? What have you not been giving to yourself? What is it that you desire most? If you sit here in this moment, what is it that you desire most? And let's take away money, right? Because I know that's like the first answer that most people would choose, right? Because it's like money can solve a lot of problems. And I get it. But there are people who are rich as fuck who has had money or have money that was still miserable. So what is it that you desire, like truly desire in your heart? And how can you give that to yourself today? Or how can you work towards giving that to yourself, right? Because I feel like we become so just dull and stuck, right? It's time to really just, for some reason, the Karate Kid is in my head. I just keep hearing wax on, wax off. Shout out to Mr. Miyagi. But seriously, what is it that you need to apply that coating of wax to make it shiny, to make it pretty again, to make it pop, right? Some of y'all need to slather on some good old cocoa butter or some coconut oil or some, what else y'all be using? Some shea butter, right? Go outside looking shiny as fuck. Back in the day, your parents used to slather the Vaseline on your face, be shiny, just outside shining, right? So just go outside and shine. Like, allow yourself to be shiny. Allow yourself to be new again or to be renewed, right? Allow yourself to be in that place of miraculous energy, miraculous, just, I don't even have a word for it. Like, I feel the word within me, but it's not coming out right now. But just being in that space of, man, this is good. It's good, right? Just being in a place of, I want to say contentment, but contentment is not doing it for me. Like, it's like a level of excitement that I'm really trying to explain, but the words are not wording for me. They're not coming to my thoughts right now, and that's okay, because I just have this feeling and this image of like excitement and joy, right? And that's just the energy that I'm asking y'all to embody, myself included, right? Myself included. To be free, to frolic, to tap into just being a child and not having any worries, just for a moment. Give yourself that for 5 minutes. If it's only 5 minutes, just give it to yourself, right? Put all the responsibilities down for 5 minutes. Put all the bills in the back of your head for 5 minutes. All the shit that you gotta do, all the shit that you need to, you're supposed to do, whatever words you want to put there, right? That long ass list, just put it to the side for a moment. Just allow yourself to be. What does that feel like, right? Allow yourself to run around, to laugh, Hell, go splash in a puddle, go make mud pies. Did y'all used to do that when y'all was younger? Right? Out there eating dirt and shit. Like, go build a sandcastle. Go hug a tree. Go ride a bike. Go skating. Go play freeze tag. You know what I'm saying? Go play hide and seek. I was going to say go play ding dong ditch, but wouldn't recommend that these days because people be ready to fuck you up for the playing around in their property and shit. So nah, I wouldn't recommend. But you know the things that we used to do when we was younger and just how free it felt. And we can still have that as adults now if we choose to. We just allow the world to weigh us down. So this is just one of the many lessons that I took away from motherhood, just watching my daughter. And it's funny because I saw a post, I believe it was on IG the other day, that said, children don't come here to learn, they come here to teach us. Something along those lines. And I was like, wow. You know, my daughter has taught me a lot since she's been here. And it's been like, maybe 16, I want to say 16 months. So I've definitely observed a lot. And, you know, I also seen something that spoke on how having children, I forgot how it was worded, but basically it was like saying that it makes you slow down, right? And I've had to tap in with that too, because it makes me think about the quote that talks about nature and how nature doesn't rush, but everything still gets done, right? And in motherhood, that's something that I've had to figure out how to balance or grasp the concept of, because there was times where I always feel like I have to rush, I have to hurry up, I have to get this done, I have to do this, I have to do that. And it's just always being in this energy of go, 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 go. And it's this energy of anxiety and just feeling overwhelmed. And sometimes I still struggle with that. You know, I have my moments. But I just had to figure it out. And I just was like, yo, the universe is trying to get me to see right now, to be present, to be out of my head, to just be in the now and not focusing on all the shit I got to do as a mom or what may need to be done in the day, right? Because that also takes me away from my daughter, of being present with her. If I'm just always focused on what I got to do, what needs to be done, or what I didn't do, what I didn't get to yet, you know what I mean? And I get it. Like, when you're in the thick of it, it can be hard to flip that switch off, right? So it just taught me, like, slow down. It's okay. It's okay. Just be. Just breathe. You know? Sometimes I literally just be like, yo, fuck it. Fuck them bottles right now. I'll wash them later. Fuck them dishes right now. I'll do it later. Right? I don't put that much pressure on myself anymore to get it all done. Because you can literally drive yourself crazy. I've done it. And then I'm sitting here burnt the fuck out. And now if I'm burnt out, what does that mean for my child? I don't have energy to give to her because I don't have energy to give to myself. I haven't filled my cup back up. So how can I pour overflow to her? You know what I mean? And then it puts you on edge. And now you're overstimulated, overwhelmed. And every little thing can become a trigger. And then now it's like you're frustrated. You know what I mean? And then now they want some loving, but you're frustrated. So it comes out the wrong way. And in those moments, like, I do my best to not take my frustration out on her, right? I remember, like, yo, she not the enemy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm frustrated. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, I'm over all this shit. Like, you know, I get to that place. And motherhood is triggering as fuck, you know? It really is. It tests your limits, your boundaries. It tests every fucking thing, right? It tests your triggers. It tests how healed you are, right? That just breathe and shit, all of that. It tests all of it. So I'd be like, damn, I need to woosah right quick. I could tell my daughter not to do something. She'll look at me, like, just straight look at me and still do what I told her not to do with this smirk, and then she'll laugh. And I just be like, let me embrace this moment. Oh, man. But she's a child, right? She's learning, she's exploring, she's going to be curious. She's going to do shit. She's going to do shit over and over and over. She's going to test the water. She's going to test her boundaries. She's going to see just how far she can go. And it has nothing to do with me. It's nothing against me, right? And I don't take it personal, right? I don't expect her to know things. I don't expect her to know right from wrong. You know, she doesn't have the place to tap into logic or reasoning. She just does shit. It's that she's at a place of impulsiveness, right? Because children don't have that developed yet to where they can control their impulsiveness. They just do, right? Oh, look at this shiny thing. Let me see what it does, what it feels like. Can I eat it? Right? All this kind of shit. And so I just have to have that knowing, that patience. Oh, Lord, the patience. Just have to have it, not loving and to guide her. You know what I mean? And to not yell, you know. Sometimes I could say stuff in a sweet voice or a calm voice, and she still just do what the hell she want to do. And I'd be like, girl. And I don't believe in discipline with hitting or whoopings or beating or any of that. So it's just finding ways to get her to, I would say, stop what it is that I'm trying to get her not to do, right? Or stop her from doing. And then I also have to think too, right, is what she's doing something that can potentially harm her, or is it just getting on my nerves, or is it just bothering me? Or am I instilling fear into her? Fearlessness, right? I have to think about all these things, because sometimes she does stuff and she be ready to risk it all, and I'll be like, oh my God, I'll be over here shivering in my boots, and I'll be over here fearful, like, fuck, she gonna hurt herself. I need to stop her. But at the same time, I stop myself from always trying to stop her, because if I'm stopping her from exploring, from experimenting, how is she gonna learn? Like, okay, she wanna jump off the couch. All right, if I always stop her, she's not going to learn, like, damn, if I do that, that causes pain. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Or maybe I'll do it this way. Like, I don't want to interfere with her critical thinking skills. And of course, I'm here to protect her, and I'm watching what she does. So I've just learned to put some pillows down, the couch cushions. Like, she rolls off the couch or jumps off the couch. Okay, cool. You know, before I kept trying to stop her from getting up there, telling her, Nailani, get down, get down, get down. And all I'm doing is saying get down 50,000 times. She just keeps trying. This little girl is determined as fuck. So I'm like, all right, I bet. So instead of me telling her to get down, I just place the pillows down there. She gets up there. She sits down on the couch, and she's so happy. She'd be so happy up there. She'd be in her own little world, just chilling, like, oh, yeah, I'm a big person. I'm sitting on the couch like mommy does, right? And sometimes she'll sit there and she'll watch her show, and she get up and down off the couch with ease. You know, the other day she rolled off and pop right onto the cushions, and I was like, oh my God. But she was good though. She got back up and kept rolling. Kids are resilient as fuck, right? And I love that, because they could teach you so much. They teach you just to keep going, to not give up, right? No matter what obstacles they face. But I feel like I've strayed a little bit from my initial message, and that's okay too. Motherhood is beautiful, but it's challenging as fuck, and I could talk about it all day. And I'm going to start recording more episodes with just my experience and my thoughts and my feelings about it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, right? Just everything that comes to mind. It has definitely been an impactful journey the past year and a half. And, yeah, you know, I love it. I love her. And, you know, I kept telling myself, like, did she come at the right time? And it's just like, yeah, she did. You know, that's a conversation for another day, though. I feel like I can go in so many different directions, and I have so much to talk about right now, because I haven't recorded an episode in so long, right? Because I always feel like I don't have the quiet enough to record, right? There's a little Tyler running around wreaking havoc. Like, it's not quiet. So I'm going to put in the effort to record when opportunity arises, which it has for me today, and just go from there. No pressure, no stress, no rush. Just let it flow, right? I have so much that I desire to share with you guys. It's been so long. I love y'all, and for everybody that's listening to this, thank you. Thank you so much. for tuning in, for sharing, for being there, for following me on my journey. Y'all have been around since before I had baby girls, so thank you if you're still here and listening. And if you're new, hello, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you do continue to listen and vibe with me and get naked as fuck with me, right? It's fun being naked. To a certain extent, right? And I'm talking about nakedness of the soul. That could be a little bit more difficult than just being butt booty ass bare naked, because that's, of course, that's fun. Like, you're just freeing it all, letting it all hang out, right? But how easy is it to let it all hang out when it comes to your soul, when it comes to your heart, when it comes to your feelings, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your desires, your needs, your wants, being let, your traumas, the things that you need to work on, vulnerabilities, like, it don't get so easy then to be naked, right? And so there was something I wanted to touch on, but it slipped my mind, but I could feel it in my head. Like, damn, what was I about to say? Like, what did I want to end this with? But it kind of just got away from me. So let's see. I'm going to pause for a second because I feel like it's something I really, really need to say. So I'm going to pause and see if it flows. Cues elevator music. Nah, but it's not coming to me in this moment, so I'm gonna let it go. And if it does reappear, I'll write it down for next time. But just remember to enjoy the little moments, every moment, the small things, the things we take for granted every day. Enjoy it all. You know, shift your perspective and allow yourself to see things differently, right? From a new lens. And don't be so caught up in your everyday routine that you miss out on the beauty of life, the magic of life, the awe, right? Be like the little kid who gets excited over a rock that they see outside, right? That's the best thing that ever happened to them. They found a rock. Be able to be in that energy. Be free, be light, okay? And don't allow yourself to be so weighed down. And just remember to love on you through it all. Celebrate you every step, okay? Every step. Even if it's I was going to say a half step, but, you know, they'd be like, don't half step and don't half-ass do shit. But even if it's a step in the right direction, right? You may not have put your whole foot in, but you there. Like your big toe touching it and you about to put your foot down, right? Celebrate that just because you had the courage, okay? But that's all that I have for y'all today. I love y'all. May you have a beautiful fucking weekend or week whenever you're tuning into this. And may life continue to love on you and just shower you in abundance and miracles and what your heart truly, truly desires. And tap in with that too. Check in and see what you truly desire in this moment and allow yourself to give it to yourself. All right, y'all. Much love. Peace. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.